Hello everybody. I'm recording 2 videos here because I just thought why not. I'm not really doing anything today, and I thought why not get 2 videos of recording done for 2 characters. We are looking at the symbol of peace himself. Wow, it actually feels so weird doing Rappa and then All Might. There's so much different speed. We're doing the symbol of peace himself, All Might. He's very good. Personally, I think he's like top tier, like one of the best characters in the game. I feel like Bakugo is obviously better, but he's also high skill, high reward. But I feel like All Might can be like medium to low skill and also high reward for not being as difficult as Bakugo is, right? Once again, Bakugo does have a lot of options with his projectiles, you know, his mix-ups, so, you know, that is another thing. But let's look at All Might. He has a target combo like every other character in this game. You know, 4 hits, around 5k, you know, that's pretty standard for most characters. You can, obviously, dash cancel after the fact and do 3 hits again and get 8k, which is actually not that bad for 1 dash cancel and just mashing you know, the target combo. It's pretty good. His armored move in the air is a slam, which does hard knockdown, so you can't really combo off of it. His armored on the ground does send them up into the air, so you could do 3 hits into an armored, dash cancel, into 3 hits again. But obviously, you'll be getting less damage, which is the problem with using armors and combos. They'll usually limit how much damage you can totally do. Getting some water. Stay hydrated, boys. And girls. And anybody. We're accepting here. Let's look at his quirks. Actually, it's red. Pretty fast. And you can combo after the fact. So, you know, it is pretty useful. It's pretty decent range as well. It is kinda slow at times, but I feel like when you're using it, you know, you're gonna know that you have the chance to land a red, so you won't be just throwing it out willy-nilly. Let's move into his quirks. So quirk 1 is a projectile. It actually goes, I think, pretty far. You know, so like, you know, if you're running around, you can toss these out. You know, catch them off guard. See what you can do. Because like you could do. You know, and you can get in there. It's a good way of, you know, just making sure, hey, you know, I'm still here. Don't try to set anything up. Help deny airspace, you know. You can obviously mash it over and over again. However, I don't recommend it because it does meteor blow, and there's no point. His quirk 1 tilt skill is Carolina Smash, I believe. Yeah, Carolina Smash. It does send them away, so like if they're like doing something, you know, you're like, hey, stop that. I've actually have seen it in high play to be used to cancel assist, getting you to stop combos. You know, like if you call an assistant to stop someone from comboing you, I've seen it actually used to dodge that. I have no idea how to do that. That's like some crazy, you know, top player stuff. But from what I've understood, is that that does that. But you won't really be using this because it does knock them really far away. And you could do something like that, but then again, what's the point? This does have 2 different versions though, like some attacks do in this game. It has an air version. If you do it, you do a little tornado spin move. So you could do it really close. It does some decent damage. So if say in the air, excuse me, not 4 hits. 1, 2, right here. Yeah, 1, 2, into a tilt. That's 5k. Hey, pretty simple for a pretty good chunk, you know? You can obviously do it after 3 hits. Into something like that. Which is 8k. Hey, nothing to scoff at. But we're not even there. Like, this guy's got a lot of shit in his kit, man. Just you wait. His quirk 2, which is B on Xbox, and I think, God, something on PlayStation and PC. I play on Xbox for these games. It's this. It begins armored. If you mash it, it does a bunch of punches. You just click it. It does less, obviously. So wait, does that do the same damage? Versus mashing? It does like 100 extra damage. So there's almost really no point in mashing it. Unless I'm not mashing hard enough. No, it just does like an extra 100 damage, which is honestly just not worth it because sometimes if you mash, you can mess up a combo. It has an air version, which is a grab. and it allows you to punch after the fact, which is integral to his combos. This grab is what makes this character so good. Just this grab. You know, like this grab, it's nuts. It's nuts. Midair. Wait, it's... yeah, punching, not a Boston Smash. Yeah, there is a ground version as well, which does send him into the air. Which I believe you could do like that, you know? But his grounded version is not as good. You don't want to be doing his ground version, you really want that air one, because that does that sort of shoves him in the ground thing, which is integral to his combos. His ult, which is one of my favorites, has a very far reach, but, you know, when you do this, it's like, oh shit, you know? Pulse Ultra 2, I think also has some decent range for the punch. You know, pretty decent for Pulse Ultra 2, you know, not the worst thing. But yeah, let's start looking at his combos now that we've broken down all of his shit. So, ideally, a good all-out combo is 3 hits, or 4 hits, dash cancel into a grab if I don't mess it up. Into Tilt Work 2. And then you could do, you know, Tilt Work 1, 3 hits, and then punches. That's 11k for 1 dash cancel, you know, very good damage. However, All Might is a looper. Loops, baby, we're talking about loops. I don't like using loops normally. I don't find them very fun to fight or to use. Sometimes they're fun if you do a lot of damage, but I don't like to normally. I think extending a combo with assist is great, but I think loops and stuff are not fun. Like 3 hits. That stuff is just not fun in my opinion. I obviously won't show correctly here because we're in the training, because sometimes loops don't really coordinate with a combo perfectly, because you're kind of almost dropping, but also not dropping. Yeah. So you don't really want to be doing loops in my opinion. All Might is though one of, if not the easiest character to learn loops with probably. To do a loop, I think you usually just do those 4 hits into the grab. I messed up. To the grab. I'm trying to sidestep. Sorry about this, guys. I'm a little rusty with my All Might. Yeah, but like Kirishima's kind of hard. I usually use Deku for him because Deku's is a little bit slower. It's not as immediate as Kirishima's is, but like you go. If I don't. God sakes. You know? And that's just one loop with 1 Kirishima assist and you're doing 11k. For no dash cancel, right? So like it's scary, bro. Loops are scary with All Might, so be careful when you run into players who do that. I don't like doing them. I think they're too complicated for what they're worth, you know? All Might can do perfectly fine without loops, you know? But let's continue to look at some of his combos. If you're on the ground, you don't want to do a dash cancel. I feel like the best you could do really is 3 hits into this, maybe, and mash it just to get that extra bit of damage. You could go red, and maybe get a teeny bit more if I did that math right, but it's just, you know, it's All Might does so good with meter, with spending meter, that there's almost no reason not to spend meter, you know? Just gonna adjust that camera. There's almost no reason to not spend meter. Like, if I'm playing All Might, I'm gonna be spending meter. It's just, it's worth it for what damage he gets. In the air, if you don't want to spend meter, you can do 3 hits, excuse me, 2 hits into a tornado, and then punch him away like that, maybe. 2 hits. Give me 2 hits to maybe some punches as well. and mash it. But, you know, All Might does so much damage with meter, there's almost no reason not to. So, you know, the bread and butter with meter comboed is 3 hits, excuse me, 4 hits, into a dash cancel, into a grab, if I don't mess it up. Into Quirk 1, 3 hits, into Quirk 2. That's getting you 11k with no loops. However, if you did do loops, it obviously could skyrocket, and that's where All Might becomes super scary. You can do stuff like this. But obviously will be less, so I don't really recommend doing that. You could always do something like, you could always do 2 hits that maybe a mix up and you can drop it intentionally just by a tad if you want to do that. But I feel like with him you're really want to get those 3 hits, 4 hits into that grab in the air, because it's just, the ground pound is just too good. I think this actually drops. Yeah, it does. But yeah, oh, let's talk about comboing into his Quirk 1. Plus Ultra 1, excuse me. What am I even talking about? So Plus Ultra 1 combos, they do a shit ton of damage. Plus Ultra 1, I think does like 10k for Plus Ultra 1, which is pretty nuts. You can, though, easily work into combos because it's only 2 hits. So, you do those 4 hits, into the grab, into the slam down, those 3 hits into this, and I think you're probably gonna get like, what, 15? Yeah. Which is nuts for how easy that was. But once again, that was a dash cancel and meter, so you don't normally want to be tossing that out, because that's pretty expensive. Plus Ultra 2, this one also does a lot of damage. You can also combo it, because it's one hit for it to activate, so, you know, your bread and butter again. And yeah, you can do the Plus Ultra 2 after the fact. However, as you will notice once this lands, that's 18k, which is frigging nuts. But when you look at it through a lens, or refresh, when you look at it through a lens, you're almost doing, you're almost doing close to the same without spending as much meter. You know, like, even if you just spend this much, you're what, 15k? Yeah, 16k. Well, it is a 2,000 difference, but like, is 2,000 really worth it? You know, you can easily get 2,000 off of that. You know, like, it's almost better to just do Plus Ultra 1. I mean, maybe if you want to edit in a flashy finish, you can do Plus Ultra 2. But I don't really recommend using it in combos because it's a lot of meter for really not much of a gain. But yeah, you know, with All Might, you want to be abusing how fast he is. You can always start this stuff like this. You know, use your assist and stuff. Another thing to mention is that if you do combo with assists like Hiroshima, his damage will skyrocket. Like this. But 20k from an assist. Which was Kirishima, which is sometimes hard to land. Like if I'm running around and I somehow... You know, like... You know, if you can get a combo off, it's great. A combo off any assist is great, because it's going to be increasing your total damage. Like, let's say I start with Rappa. We're at 14k, which is normally a 12k combo. So, you know, if you're able to get an assist to start the combo, fantastic, because All Might's so fast. Like, if I toss an assist out here... like, you know, he's fast, man. All Might's fast, so like, it's honestly worth just tossing assist every now and then. Because hey, look, got a hit, abuse it, you know. He's insane. He's nuts. A chimp could probably play this character. I'm not saying you guys are chimps, obviously. I'm just saying that he's a very good character and he's got a lot of stuff in his kit that makes him fantastic. You could always do something with assist like Rappa or any like grabbing character. You could do something like this. You know, your bread and butter again. Into the slam. I don't even want to. Why am I doing that for? But yeah, you could always do like this. 1, 2, 3, assist. 1, 2, 3, into the punches. And that's 13 for a very easy way of getting an assist into a combo, you know? Like, man, shit's easy. But yeah, All Might is nuts. He's used to be one of my mains because he was just nuts. I have moved over to some other characters though from mains and stuff. I like playing a lot of characters, so I don't really main anybody, but I feel like All Might was definitely a main I spent a lot of time labbing. Now, like tradition, I will be playing with him against a level 5 AI, just to really show off like what you want to do in a actual match, which this is not an actual match. But yeah, for Sis, I guess, you know, use whatever you like. I like Kirishima and Rappa for the reasons I kind of went over. I guess we'll put ourselves against, once again, Bakugo, Chaco, and Tenya. Bakugo's very good, and Tenya's a great assist. And we'll do the UA High School again, just to show that off. Because I am here. But yeah, with him, speed. You're pretty much McQueen with this character. Like, you know, I could just toss stuff out like that. Oh boy! What's he gonna do? And that was very simple for... You know, very simple combo for that amount of damage is kind of nuts. But yeah, obviously watch out for assist again. You know, you want to avoid that as much as possible. Oh yeah, be careful of that too. You know, combos can break. So just keep that in mind, but look at him. Wow, he just guarded. Be careful, it is kind of easy to just guard All Might's Quirk 1. Like that AI just did. So if an AI can do it, a good player will be able to do it as well. I don't want to spend meter there, so I just ended it off like that. Oh, I kind of walked right into that, sorry. Okay, I am actually selling, guys. I'm so sorry. That grabbed? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to land a certain combo with him, and because of that, I'm playing terrible. Oh my god, guys. I'm sorry. Don't look. It's hideous. It's hideous. Don't look. I'm playing terrible. It's hideous. And then you can always just do this, which, without a doubt, will kill. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry I was playing terrible there. I have no idea why. But yeah, that's All Might, you know. Very simple character. Has a lot of options in his kit to, you know, deal with characters. His damage is nuts. And he's cool as shit, bro. It's freaking All Might. Who wouldn't want to play as him? Don't look at the B, guys. Don't look at the V. Don't look at the V. But yeah, that's All Might. You know, once again, same thing with assists. That will come with what assists you like to play with him. I like Kirishima Rappa. Very simple character assist to work with, you know. But yeah, that's All Might. And hopefully I can keep doing more of these before All's Justice. Thanks so much for watching.